Welcome back! Okay, today we're going to be reviewing, rating, and giving facts about Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection came out in 1997. A director's cut, although the actual director says it's not a director's cut. The director's version is the one that came out in theaters. But the director's cut came out in 2003, which includes a little bit more dialogue in some scenes. And the only two big differences is the opening sequence and the ending sequence. I prefer the original theatrical release because the opening is just more satisfying and the ending is a lot more satisfying because it doesn't leave you with a, okay, what now? But anyways, we're going to go through this movie. I'm going to show you specific scenes, give you facts on them scenes, give you a little bit of the plot, and let's go for the ride.
Alien Resurrection takes place 200 years after the events of Alien 3. The United Systems military, in hope of being able to turn the alien species into a weapon, got blood samples of Ripley that were kept on ice on Fury 161.
Fun fact. So, in the original script that Joss Whedon wrote, it wasn't supposed to be Ripley that came back as the main hero. It was supposed to be Newt. A Newt clone would end up taking the place of being the, alien defender or whatnot. It was supposed to be that they get the blood of Ripley's and they just make aliens from it, just instead of, making a Ripley and then extracting an alien. But the studio didn't feel comfortable about making an Alien sequel after 5 years without having Sigourney Weaver return, which probably was a smart idea, even though it would have been pretty cool to see something different. But then again, a lot of times when different happens in these movies, fans are not happy. So it's a smart move that they stuck with Sigourney Weaver.
As the clone Ripley grows and learns, her memories start flooding back, but she knows she's not who she is because that's impossible. She knows that she's something more, something dangerous.
Another fun fact. So Sigourney Weaver went through 3 weeks of basketball coaching and training where the coach ended up telling the director that she could only make one every 1 in 6 shots. So the odds of her making it for the film was really, really low. But they tried it anyway. Sigourney Weaver insisted. She says, I'm going to do this. She said, we're not using CGI. You're not going to drop the ball from the freaking sky or the ceiling. So he's like, okay. So they did takes upon takes upon takes upon takes. And then the director told her that she has one more try, and then we're moving on. She's like, okay. And then that last shot that was in the movie, that was it. She said that was probably one of the greatest moments in her filming career, is making that basketball shot.
In successfully cloning Ripley, the USM was able to extract the queen alien out of her chest in hopes of weaponizing it. They then hired this group of space pirates to get them unwilling civilians to make more.
Little fact about the cast. Winona Ryder was not originally approached to play Call. First, they approached Angelina Jolie. No idea why she didn't do it, but when they approached Winona Ryder, all they said was, okay, we want you to be in an Alien sequel, and she just freaked the fuck out. She's like, oh, totally, I'll do it. She didn't care if her character died. She didn't care if she only had like a 10-minute part. She didn't care. She just wanted to be able to work with Sigourney Weaver, who is, I guess, her idol, she says, and that she was going to be in an Alien movie. And that she'd be able to brag to her brothers about it.
The USM had planned on training the aliens to get them to obey so that they could study and weaponize them. They did not expect them to act differently than any other animal, especially away from the queen.
Okay, so some people would think, like, I remember my mom being like, how the hell does the alien know that, the button sprays them? Or how did they know to kill one of the aliens, or one of their own to escape? Well, you gotta think about it. It's not like the other movies when they were just an animal acting off instinct. They share DNA with Ripley, and Ripley shares DNA with the aliens, which is why her instincts are heightened and she has like increased strength and, kind of acidic blood. So they also have human knowledge. They can think off of just obeying orders from the queen, which they still do. But so that's how they're able to learn so quickly, and that they act smarter in this movie compared to the others when they just ran around rampantly killing people. These ones, a lot smarter. Like, they knew how to escape a cage instead of just sitting there, and they knew how to stay out of harm's way. And that explains that fact.
After the aliens escape, they completely take over the USM Auriga, and then it's up to Ripley and the remaining survivors to attempt a harrowing escape to get back to their ship if they want to live.
Some facts about the scenes you just saw. The underwater scene and the scene where Johnner leans back and shoots the guns. The underwater scene, there's a lot of cool shit that has to do with that. The underwater scene, the place that it was in, it took a week to fill it up with water. It's still there. It's like a permanent underwater scene place. Also, Winona Ryder was had huge anxiety during that scene because I guess when she was 12 years old, she had a swimming accident and she stays out of the water as much as possible. She had no idea that the scene was there before she joined in the movie because she never read the script. She didn't read into the script or the plot. Also, Ron Perlman almost drowned while they were filming the scene. They're coming up at the end of the scene when they're coming up for air. He hit his head on a sprinkler system and knocked him out. Luckily, when filming the scene, they had an individual scuba diver for each person, just in case they needed more air, because they stayed under there doing that scene for quite a while. So the scuba diver saved his life. Also, the entire cast went under, I want to say, 4 weeks of underwater training, being able to maneuver and navigate through obstacles and stuff like that. The only person that didn't was Sigourney Weaver because she was doing a Broadway play that month. Also, the scene where Johnner leans back, he did that all himself. There were no wires, there was no harness, anything. He put his legs and leaned back. He's like, man, I can do that. After the scene was taken, he realized that he had severely cut into the back of his knees. And he had to get stitches. So that's one fact about that scene. Oh, and another fact about Johnner's character, in the novelization, Johnner's afraid of bugs. So in the book, he's extremely afraid of the aliens. But that wasn't incorporated because Johnner's supposed to be a badass. But we do see the bug phobia when he comes back from leaning back and shooting. He sees the spider and it scares him, and then he shoots the spider. That's the reason why he shot the spider. They're trying to, include something of the book.
Ripley is eventually captured by the aliens and brought before the alien queen, who is giving birth to an alien-human hybrid.
A little fact for the puppet, for the alien-human hybrid. The original puppet sported male and female human genitals. Why? I don't know. I didn't like the alien-human hybrid to begin with. I thought it's an ugly thing, and it just looks dumb compared to all other alien designs. It just looks really stupid. But after I got done filming and they did the pre-screening for the executives, they told them that they had to take it out. Well, they didn't have time to reshoot, so they had to go in digitally and take it out. That's why in a lot of the scenes, they edited like a lot of scenes of it out. You don't see the bottom half because, taking shit out digitally kind of sucks. But there's like only one scene where you could tell it looks CGI, that there's nothing there. It's just like flush. But that's a little fact about that dumb puppet.
The alien-human hybrid first instinct is to kill the alien queen because it thinks that Ripley is its mother.
If you've seen the movie, you know how it ends. If you haven't seen the movie, you could probably guess how it ends. But you're taking the fact that Ripley is now both alien and human. She has the motherly instinct over these aliens because they're basically hers. They share DNA. So you got to take that into a factor, which makes it a pretty good freaking movie, and it gives it a little bit of a psych factor. But Alien Resurrection is a great sequel. Definitely a step up from Alien 3. I give Alien Resurrection an 8 out of 10. I might be being biased just because I love the Alien franchise, and I gave Alien 3 a higher grade than I should have, but whatever. The plot is cool, besides the stupid alien-human hybrid, which I already mentioned. The special effects are great, especially for 1997. Fox spared almost no expense with that. I love the way the aliens look. They look phenomenal. Just everything about them. That's like the best part to me is with how the aliens look. The only thing I didn't like, is how the alien queen dies. Like, what is that? That's like the most, yeah, I didn't like that part. But I understand where they had to go with it. If you watched this all the way through with me, please give it a like. Please share amongst your friends. If you haven't seen the movie and you're going to go watch it after this, please come back, drop in the comments what you thought. If you have seen the movie, drop in the comments if you know anything else that I don't know and how you thought I did on this review. And if you agree with me, please subscribe if you want to know more or know when I post more. Next movie I'm doing is Alien vs. Predator because I got to continue on with the franchise, right? So, till next time, see you then.